and James Stewart in the University of Edinburgh, and Rob Proctor in Warwick. So the title of our project is Who Cares? Platform Work and Low Income Home Service Work in the Digital Economy. I'm going to start with what probably you all know, the idea of digital labor that is changing the nature of work, and now we are going to shift from labor and work at will, and also maybe we don't need Marxist theory and labor struggle anymore, because these don't apply to modes of generating value, creating modes of generating value. What's platform work in this context, and is platform work an extension of digital labor? How different is it from feudal times where the landlord would start in the morning and say, I will take you and you and you. So I think the best way to start to illustrate kind of the implication of this shift in work and in digital labor is this example that was reported in the news a few months ago for Uber drivers who are suing the company for not disclosing all their data, working time data that would allow the driver actually to calculate arrears in holiday pay. So we want to kind of talk about hidden labor or invisible labor that is not captured by the transaction logs of platforms, and what alternative data or alternative methods could allow us to understand what gig workers do beyond what is recorded in these platforms. So this is the kind of example of work that is kind of quite popular now, the online labor index that charts the growth of the gig work based on data that is published by 5 key platforms. We know that appearances can be deceptive because earnings are not dependent on these transaction logs, and sometimes low bidders in crowdsourcing sites could really outsource the work to other people. And we also know that gig workers often hop between websites, and therefore it would be very misleading to think that their earnings are equated with what they earn on one particular website. So we want to kind of resist this platform centrism and this kind of discourse on Uberization of work, and we do that by first not using platform data, but not framing the research in a kind of platform-centered way. It's not Uber research or Deliveroo research. We're looking at online work and gig work more generally, and particularly in relation to care work, because of how care work, platform care, is drastically underrepresented in the scholarly discourse on gig work, and we know very little about the situation of BAME workers in particular. So this is the first point. We argue in this project that we have 2 categories of platform carers. We have the non-professional home carers. These are the people who cannot work the regular hours. They are home taking care of elderly relatives or children, or they are sick and between jobs themselves. And then we have what we call the professionals who use platforms because they have maybe a degree from Poland or some experience, life experience that they would like to capitalize. So this is, the methodology, and also the core contribution of our project is that we think that gig workers are interconnected. They are not a bunch of gig workers working alone. They are interconnected, and they have this mediated sociality, and we think that visualization can bring this mediated sociality and show how workers seek peer support. So we have identified over 65 subreddits, other forums like MySavingExpert.com, Mumsnet, a few forums from CARE where people ask questions about how to get jobs online, what kind of difficulties they face, the grievances and so on. What we want to do is a sort of map in the platform landscape, understand first what kind of platforms, gig workers use, do a bit of filtering and mining of this data to create visualization, how these workers are interconnected, how they are connected to the key topics that they are discussing, and then present these visualizations to professional groups and invite participants in focus groups to look at our data and tell us what we're missing, basically. So I'll stop there. So yeah, here's some questions, and thank you.